The future is coming, and sooner than you think. These emerging technologies will change the way we live, how we look after our bodies, and help us avert a climate disaster. Whether you like it or not, technology is rapidly improving, offering new innovations and revolutionary projects every year. There are innovations happening right now that are ripped straight from the pages of science fiction, whether that is robots that can read minds, AI that can create images on their own, holograms, bionic eyes, and other mind-blowing technology. There's a lot to expect from the world of future technology. In this video, we've picked out top 10 future technologies that will change our world. So before we start our video, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and also press the bell icon as well. AI image generation. As artificial intelligence continues to perform jobs just as well as humans, there is a new industry to add to the list, the world of art. Researchers at the company OpenAI have created a software that's able to create images from just worded prompts. Type in a dog wearing a cowboy hat singing in the rain, and you will get a host of completely original images that fit that description. You can even choose what style of art your request will come back in. However, the technology isn't perfected and still has issues, like when we gave it poor prompts on designing cartoon characters. This technology, known as DALL-E, is now its second iteration, and the team behind it plans to continue developing it further. In the future, we could see this technology used to create art exhibitions for companies to get quick original illustrations, or, of course, to revolutionize the way we create memes on the internet. Brain-reading robots. No longer a science fiction trope. The use of brain-reading technology has improved hugely in the recent years. One of the most interesting and practical uses we have seen tested so far comes from the researchers at the Swiss Federal Institute of Technology Lausanne, EPFL. Thanks to a machine learning algorithm, a robot arm, and a brain-computer interface, these researchers have managed to create a means for tetraplegic patients, those who can't move their upper or lower body, to interact with the world. In tests, the robot arm would perform simple tasks like moving around an obstacle. The algorithm would then interpret signal from the brain using an EEG cap and automatically determine when the arm had made a move that the brain considered incorrect. For example, moving too close to the obstacle or going too fast. 3D printed bones. 3D printing is an industry promising everything from the cheap house building to the affordable rugged armor. But one of the most interesting uses of the technology is the building of 3D printed bones. The company Ossiform specializes in the medical 3D printing, creating patient-specific replacements of different bones from the tricalcium phosphate, a material with similar properties to human bones. Using these 3D printed bones is surprisingly easy. A hospital can perform an MRI, which is then sent to Ossiform to create a 3D model of the patient-specific implant that's needed. The surgeon accepts that design, and then once it's printed, it can be used in surgery. What's special about these 3D printed bones is that because of the use of the tricalcium phosphate, the body will remodule the implants into vascularized bones. That means they will enable the full restoration of the function that the bone it is replacing had. To achieve the best integration possible, the implants are of a porous structure and feature large pores of canals for cells to attach to and reform bone. Realistic holographs. Holograms have been filling science fiction books, films, and culture for years now. And while it does exist, it remains a difficult thing to achieve, especially on a large scale. However, a potential technology that could change this is holobricks. Developed by researchers from the University of Cambridge and Disney Research, holobricks are a way of tiling together multiple holograms to produce a large, seamless 3D image. The issue with most holographs right now is the amount of data that they're required to make, especially when done on a large scale. A regular HD display for a 2D image takes about 3 GB per second to generate. A hologram of similar size and resolution would be nearer to 3 TB per second, which is a huge amount of data. To combat this, holobricks would provide individual sections of one large holographic image, heavily reducing the amount of data needed. This could eventually lead to the use of the holograms in daily consumer entertainment like movies, games, and digital displays. Digital twins that track your health. In Star Trek, where many of our ideas of future technology germinated, Human beings can walk into the mad day and have their entire body digitally scanned for signs of illness and injury. Doing that in real life would, say the makers of QBio, improve health outcomes and alleviate the load on doctors at the same time. The US company has built a scanner that will measure hundreds of biomarkers in around an hour, from hormone levels to fat building up in your liver to the markers of inflammation or any number of cancers. It intends to use this data to produce a 3D digital avatar of the patient's body, known as a digital twin, that can be tracked over time and updated with each new scan. QBio CEO Jeff Geddes hopes that it will lead to a new era of preventative, personalized medicine in which the vast amounts of data collected not only help doctors to prioritize which patients need to be seen most urgently, but also to develop more sophisticated ways of diagnosing illness. Read an interview with him here. Virtual reality universe. After making its dramatic name change, the company once known as Facebook has become Meta. This marks Zuckerberg and his huge team's move into the metaverse, an embodied internet mostly accessed through virtual and augmented reality. As part of this move, we will start to see Meta putting more time and effort into the equipment for accessing this new world, mostly in VR, announced back in 2021. Meta has been developing a new headset under the title Project Cambria. Unlike the brand's previous VR ventures like the Oculus Quest 2, this won't be a device for the average consumer, instead looking to offer the best VR experience they can make. The Cambria has been reported to focus on advanced eye and face tracking to improve accuracy of avatars and your in-game movements, a higher resolution, increased fields of view, and even trying to make the headset significantly smaller. Direct air capture. Through the process of photosynthesis, trees have remained one of the best ways to reduce the levels of CO2 in the atmosphere. However, new technology could perform the same role as trees, absorbing carbon dioxide at greater levels while also taking up less land. This technology is known as direct air capture, DAC. It involves taking carbon dioxide from the air and either storing the CO2 in the deep geological caves underground or using it in the combination with hydrogen to produce synthetic fuels. Artificial eyes. Bionic eyes have been a mainstay of science fiction for decades, but now real-world research is beginning to catch up with the far-sighted storytellers. A raft of technologies is coming to market that restores sight to people with different kinds of vision impairment. In January 2021, Israeli surgeon implanted the world's first artificial cornea into a bilaterally blind 78-year-old man. When his bandages were removed, the patient could read and recognize family members immediately. The implant also fuses naturally to human tissues without the recipient's body rejecting it. Likewise, in 2020, Belgian scientists developed an artificial iris fitted to smart contact lenses that correct a number of vision disorders. And scientists are even working on wireless brain implants that bypass the eyes altogether. Airports for drones and flying taxis. Our congested cities are in desperate need of a breather, and relief may come from the air as opposed to the roads. Planes for a different kinds of transport hub, one for delivery drones and electric air taxis, are becoming a reality, with the first urban airport receiving funding from the UK government. Hydrogen planes. Carbon emissions are a huge concern when it comes to commercial flights, but there is a potential solution and it has received a lot of funding. A £15 million UK project has unveiled plans for a hydrogen-powered plane. This project is known as Fly Zero and is being led by the Aerospace Technology Institute in conjunction with the UK government. The project has come up with a concept for a mid-sized plane powered completely by the liquid hydrogen. It would have the capacity to fly roughly 279 passengers halfway around the world without stopping. If this technology could be actualized, it could mean a zero-carbon flight with no stops between London and Western America or London to New Zealand with a single stop. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy watching the video, drop a like. Also, don't forget to click the bell button and subscribe to our YouTube channel.